Welcome back to the Paul Lawrie Invitational at Deeside Golf Club. At the business end now, into the final couple of holes to decide who will lift the first prize. This is Chris Kelly from Corder, who birdied the 17th, and that's another one at the final hole, a final round 68, 4 under par.
David Orr, putt here for a par at the par 4 18th. Oh, and David just slips past. We've seen him hold so many good putts today. He'll be disappointed with that finish, but 66 today, a real good challenge from David Orr.
It's all slipped away for first round leader Terry Matheson. This is him finishing up at the 18th, and having started 5 under par on the opening day, it's a 2 over par finish for him.
Graham Fox on the 18th. Graham attached to the Rowallan Castle Golf Club down in Ayrshire. Long second shot in here. I don't think he likes it. The hand come off the club, never a good sign, and he did pull it left, and that'll be a tough bunker shot there for Graham.
This is Jordan Findlay with his approach to 18. Can he come up with a smart finish?
Oh, and that's a super shot there from Jordan Findlay. He'll be delighted with his performance this week, and if he can knock that one in for a birdie. Paul Lawrie, a few members out watching, Paul. Beautiful drive off the 18th here, well down. And that's a good approach from Paul. An outside chance for a birdie to finish off the week for him.
He was a pretty hot favourite going into this, but this is the man now, Greg McBAIN, who is leading the way and hoping he can see it out. Looks a bit concerned about that one though.
Drivable par 4, he'll be wanting to get this one on, and he's made a great job of it. This looks great, this could go in. Oh, what a great shot from Greg McBAIN, nearly an albatross, and that'll be about a 6-7 foot putt for eagle at the 17th. How important could that shot be, Rob?
Yeah, I thought he was worried about it. He was actually craning his neck to try to see if it went directly in. Now Gareth WRIGHT at 3 under par needs to come up with something special at this stage.
Well, he can definitely reach this. In fact, he's not even needed the driver. He's just hit a 3 wood there at 17th, and this is wonderful as well. What a fantastic shot as well. Gareth WRIGHT, he'll set himself up also for a possible eagle too. So 2 great shots there from our leaders.
This is Graham Fox out of the sand at 18. Very neat and tidy, and he's going to finish with a par 4 and finish at 4 under par.
Yeah, another good week's work for Graham. Now, Paul Lawrie, he would dearly love to hold this one. Front of the crowd, on its way. It'll be a little right to left, but he's just left it too high up there. And Paul will go forward and tap that one in.
And he'll know in his heart of hearts that it's not going to be him who is winning the title.
Well, I don't know if the host's allowed to win his own event, is he?
He might make an exception. So a 5 under par finish, final round 67 for Paul Lawrie, as we take a look now at Greg Hutchin.
Yep, Greg had a pop at this green as well, but he's leaked it to the right, and this is going to be a tough second shot, and the ball wasn't lying very nice, and that's going to go way over the green. And Greg got his work cut out here to try and save par at this very drivable par 4 17th.
Yeah, slipping back to 4 under, and now it looks as if he's going to struggle to catch up. Robert ARNOTT still in with a chance, second to 18, and he's 5 under par.
Yeah, Robert really needs to birdie here, put a bit of pressure on Greg McBAIN. That's a great looking shot. Oh, gee. Almost pitched it in the hole, and Robert will have a 6-7 foot putt there for a birdie to really apply some pressure.
Greg Hutchin didn't get close with his chip at 17, so this a par putt, and has it all gone for Greg Hutchin. I think his chances now are over.
I'm afraid so. Yeah, that's a bad 5 from Greg there, and he also, we saw, make a double bogey 6 at the short par 4 9, so these 2 holes have been very costly for Greg.
A long birdie putt on 18 for Paul O'Hara. Needs this for the clubhouse lead.
Yeah, it was a tough one for him to try and hold that, but that's a good approach and another good week for Paul.
This is Greg McBAIN on 17 for eagle, as he looks to increase his advantage, but he's going to have to settle for a birdie, but it's still takes him to 7 under par, and he is in a really strong position now.
Yeah, he just dribbled that one down there, Rob. He didn't want to do anything silly. It was quite quick down there, and he did the right thing, just dribble it down. If it falls in the hole, lovely. If it doesn't, it's a safe birdie.
So 2 eagle attempts on 17. Greg McBAIN just narrowly failing with his one. Can Gareth WRIGHT go one better? He needs this to have any faint hope of winning the Invitational, and in the edge it goes. It's an eagle for Gareth WRIGHT, and that moves him to 5 under par. So Gareth is 2 shots behind now with just the 18th to play. 7 under par for Greg McBAIN, 2 ahead of clubhouse leader Paul Lawrie, who had a 67. But let's pick up now with Robert ARNOTT on the final hole of the Paul Lawrie Invitational.
Yeah, an important putt here for Robert. He'll be desperate to get this in, to get him within 1 of Greg McBAIN. It'll be slightly from his right. I think, oh, and it's just went across the face of the hole. Robert knows how crucial that was to try and get that one in. He'll be disappointed. That was a great chance for him. Par 4 to finish, 72, 65, and a last round 68. Good week for Robert ARNOTT.
We saw the long putt from Paul O'Hara. He taps in and finishes on 5 under par after that closing 68.
Back down the fairway, Greg Hutchin here at 18. Really, this has to go in. Paul Lawrie, currently clubhouse leader, on 5 under. Greg on 3 under, a mid-iron. Nowhere else it needs to go but in the hole, and it looks good. Oh, and that must have looked good for Greg back in the fairway, and that's a great shot, and he'll be hoping to get that one in after his bogey at 17.
Back to the leader. Greg McBAIN just needs to keep it safe and solid at the 18th. This is his approach, carrying a 2-stroke lead into the heart of the green, and that should be enough, Alan, for him to get this all sorted.
Yeah, and it was a sensible shot. He hit it at the fat part of the green, did the right thing. Gareth WRIGHT, he's almost got to hold this as well now. So
what a massive drive that was.
It was huge. I said earlier, Robbie, hits it miles, and that's a great shot from Gareth WRIGHT, and that'll give him a chance to finish off his round with a birdie. After his fine eagle at 17, it would be nice if he could pop that one in to be 3 under for his last 2 holes played.
But he needs a 2-shot swing, and it is all in the hands of Greg McBAIN at the 54th hole of the Paul Lawrie Invitational. He just needs to roll this one up, as he does, alongside the hole, and he will tap this in. Not too sure if he knows, judging by the look on his face, Greg McBAIN, but he is closing in. He's closed in on the biggest win of his tournament career.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic week for him, Rob, and he's played some lovely golf. 67, 68, 68. Great week for him, and easily the biggest win of his life. So here's Gareth WRIGHT, though, this for outright second, and he's got it, and what a great finish by Gareth WRIGHT. Punches the air, eagle birdie finish, gives him second place. He'll be delighted, and a wee fist bump there with his playing partner today, Greg McBAIN. These two are good friends, and they'll both be pleased for each other on what has been a fantastic week's work for both of them.
So it's a 1-stroke victory in the end for Greg McBAIN, finishing on 203, 7 under par, 1 better than Gareth WRIGHT, and 2 better than Paul Lawrie, Paul O'Hara and Robert ARNOTT. Congratulations to Greg, a home win in the Paul Lawrie Invitational, and a cheque for him for £5,000.
The winner of the 2012 Paul Lawrie Invitational, with rounds of 67, 68, 68 for a 203 total of -7, representing Gamola Golf, Greg McBAIN.
After some interviews and the official presentation, we sent Alan out with the roving mic to firstly talk to this week's host.
Paul, another very successful Paul Lawrie Invitational.
Yeah, it's been great, thanks Alan. I think all the boys have enjoyed it. The golf course was in great condition. Huge thanks to all the green staff and all the members for giving us up the course. And it's just gone as well as it could go.
And what about your own golf this week, Paul?
Tee to green was good. Putting was poor, which is disappointing because the greens were magnificent this week, but I hit a lot of kind of strange putts this week. But anyway, it's not about that. You know, Greg played fantastic, deserved to win. Scoring was good, and you can't ask for much more. And 7 under par this week was good scoring, obviously, and nice little lip out at 17, which is, you know, great shot. So no, every credit to Greg. He's obviously a good player, and I'm sure we'll hear a bit more of him in the future.
It's been a busy time for you, Paul. Johnny Walker, of course, the Ryder Cup. You've managed to squeeze this in. Is this going to be a permanent fixture, you hope, for many years to come on the PGA Tartan Tour? Well,
what I said to Michael McDougall was that we would try and sort of raise the profile of the event and try and raise the prize money every year. You know, the Tartan Tour needs 3 and 4 round tournaments. Pro-Ams are great for the boys, but we want them playing 3 and 4 round tournaments to get a sample of what the tour is like. So it's our job to try and provide that.
Greg, 67, 68, 68, 3 lovely rounds of golf. What was the key this week?
I just played consistently all week. I never really made any big mistakes. Obviously had a few bogeys, but putted quite well this week. I've holed a few good ones, which is a bonus.
Well, you got us all excited at the 17th, par 4. I don't know if you know, but your ball lipped out for a 1 on Albatross. Did you see it?
I knew it looked pretty good from the tee, but I never knew it lipped out. Unfortunately, I never hold the putt, but 3 was good enough. So.
And what about your host this week, Greg? You've got, I mean, what a great job he's put on again.
Unbelievable. I'm lucky enough. That's twice I've won his tournament. I won his match play as an assistant as well. So, as I say, he doesn't need to do it. It's tournaments like this that all the guys and amateurs as well love to play in, gets all the guys together. Great tournament.
It's been a great few days, hasn't it? And it's a local hero in the Paul Lawrie Invitational, the winner, Greg McBAIN.